How to Negotiate a Raise or Promotion at Work, based on Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. Do you want to be paid more at work? Well, keep watching to find out how. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Eva and I have a Master's in Business Administration, and I'm here to teach you all about entrepreneurship, personal finance and lifestyle improvements that you can make to help you live a better life. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to negotiate a pay rise or promotion at work. Using tools from Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss, I'm going to give you a step-by-step process for how to have this conversation and get you that raise or promotion that you deserve. If you don't know who Voss is, he's a former FBI hostage negotiator and has combined the tools he's learned throughout the years into this one book to help you convince anyone into or out of almost anything. Now, if you haven't already watched my negotiation toolbox video, pause this video and click the link over here to watch that first. All right, you're back? Great, let's continue. The first step to a great negotiation is preparation. As Voss says, when the pressure is on, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the highest level of preparation. Approaching this conversation with your manager can feel intimidating, but if you are prepared for it, then you are more likely to succeed and convince them that you are worth more. Firstly, you need to think about the aim of this negotiation. We're not just looking for them to say yes or no. We need them to say, that's right. So what's the difference? A that's right means that your counterpart believes in what you have to say. You're no longer trying to get them on your side. They're already there. The next stage is for them to action it. Maybe they need to put a request in front of the board or get their manager to sign off. Either way, now you have an advocate for your case. Someone in your corner that backs you and can convince others to also agree. Now, before we dive into the structure of this negotiation, make sure that you don't blindside your counterpart with the negotiation. Make them aware that you'd like to discuss your performance and a potential promotion or raise. This helps to set the expectations for the discussion and they don't feel so blindsided. A way you could ask your manager for this meeting is the following. Based on my previous performance, my future developmental goals, and the current business needs, I would like to organise a catch-up to discuss potential changes to my role. Particularly, I would like to discuss professional development opportunities, remuneration, and my current position. Alright, now that you have your toolbox and you know the aim, let's dive into the step-by-step process for how to structure your negotiation. The first part is identifying the best case scenario. Consider what you want from this negotiation. What is your best case scenario? Make sure that you set an optimistic but reasonable goal that is clearly defined. Write it down, tell a friend or a colleague. This will help to make sure that you don't back out at the last moment. For the purposes of this video, let's take a look at Jenny. Jenny is a corporate employee on $80,000 a year, and she's wanting a raise to $100,000 a year. She also wants a promotion to senior, which she wants reflected in her job title. She just found out that she's being underpaid according to the market, and since starting, she has developed considerable skills and accomplished many goals that she believes would justify a promotion and a raise. For Jenny, her best case scenario would look like this. A new salary of $100,000, new job title showing that she's a senior. She also wants to get approved for a particular personal development short course to further enhance her skills and become eligible for performance-based bonuses of up to 10%. Notice how Jenny has added in a couple of extra items. These can be used later for leverage in the conversation. For example, since Jenny's top two priorities are the raise and the promotion, she could tell them that she's willing to not get approval for the short course. Once you've done this, the next step is to create a summary. Summarize and write out in just a couple of sentences the known facts that have led up to this negotiation. This includes highlighting any key things that you have accomplished. For example, process improvements, contributions to profit, either revenue or savings, new innovations, increased job duties, people that you have trained, or anything else that you have done which has had a positive impact on the business. You must be able to summarize in a way where your counterpart responds with a "that's right." You want them to agree and to be on your side. A good way to approach this is to match developmental goals or KPIs with the business needs. So using our example situation, Jenny could say the following. To align to business needs regarding uncovering new markets, I have spent the last 6 months completing strategy-based work that is outside of my initial position description. An output of this work was that I was able to uncover $100,000 in untapped potential profit by implementing a cost-saving measure. The current duties that I am completing are more closely aligned to the senior level, which has an average base salary of $111,200 to $115,530. Notice the specific numbers in the range. This makes your data seem more credible and researched. Make sure that the bottom of the range that you provide is higher than the number you'd actually like. You're expecting them to negotiate down a little bit, so leave yourself some room to move. When your counterpart gives you an offer that you're happy with, make sure to use the word fair in your reply. Fair is an emotional term that people use to gain concessions. Saying, "That's fair," or "That seems fair," will make them feel like anything else is unfair and therefore not good enough. Watch out if they try to use this tactic on you though. If they do, ask them to explain how you are mistreating them or what aspects they believe are unfair. Step 3 is to create accusations and labels. Prepare 3 to 5 labels and perform an accusation audit. So what does that mean? Essentially, you need to put yourself in your counterpart's shoes. You need to anticipate how they might be feeling and what kind of concerns they might have. The concerns that they might have are the accusations, and the labels are your response. So make a concise list of any accusations that you think they will make. Include any that you also think are unfair or ridiculous. You need to be prepared for all situations. The aim of this is to extract extra information or to diffuse the accusations by aligning to their concerns. Next, prepare some labels that will act as a response to the accusations. A great way to structure them is as follows. It seems like X is valuable to you, or it seems like you don't like X. It seems like you value, or it seems like Y makes it easier, or it seems like you're reluctant to X. Coming back to our example, what might Jenny's accusations and labels look like? Let's take a look. Accusation. We currently can't afford to pay you any more than your current salary. Label. It seems like meeting your team's growth KPIs is important to you. My aim with this strategy is to complement that approach, using my skills to create further business opportunities and streamline current operating processes to optimize workflows, contributing to an increase in company profits. Accusation. Typically, seniors have more than 5 years of experience, and you currently only have 3. Label. It sounds like you value industry standards. A key difference with those in the senior role is that they are considered leaders, and their work typically involves strategy-based work aimed at increasing company revenue. While it's true that I have only been in my current position for 3 years, I have spent the last 6 months completing work that is typically recognized by the industry as being at a senior level. Accusation. We've already paid you $20,000 for your university course. Label. Yes, it seems like you value my previous contributions. I believe that the value I can bring to this company far exceeds the $20,000 that was paid, and considering that I will be adding value for years to come, I believe that it is fair that my remuneration can reflect that. The next step is to outline calibrated questions. Prepare 3 to 5 calibrated questions that will help to reveal value to both you and your counterpart, basically uncovering the pie, and overcome potential deal breakers. Voss mentions that effective negotiators look past their counterpart's stated positions, what the party demands, and delve into their underlying motives. What is it that is making them want what they want? Finding out what the other party is worried about can seem tricky. They may try to hide this if they're feeling vulnerable, or you might be too focused on your own concerns that you fail to notice theirs. This is a very common problem that occurs in negotiations. Calibrated questions usually start with what and how. Here are some examples. What are we trying to accomplish? How is that worthwhile? What's the core issue here? How does that affect things? What's the biggest challenge that you face? How does this fit into what the objective is? Make sure you use your calibrated questions to identify behind the table deal killers. Who are the stakeholders behind the scenes that have a say or will be affected by this decision? Make sure you uncover these people and see how you can mitigate the risks. Some questions you can ask here are, how does this affect the rest of your team? How on board are the people not on this call? What do your colleagues see as the main challenges in this area? Ensure to figure out ways to diffuse deal killer issues. For example, you can offer to help impress the boss's boss by promising a result in 90 days. To uncover these deal killers, you can ask the following. What are we up against here? What is the biggest challenge you face? How does making a deal with us affect things for you? What happens if you do nothing? What does doing nothing cost you? How does making this deal resonate with what your company prides itself on? Be ready to execute follow-up labels to their answers. It seems like X is important to you, or it seems like my company is in a unique position to do Y, or it seems like you're worried about Z. In our example, Jenny could ask the following. What about increasing my remuneration raises concerns or challenges for you? How can I help you to justify this change? What about this is important to you, or what's your highest priority here? What roadblocks do you see and how can I help to address them? What are your goals for your team and how can I help make them a reality? What would be your expectations of me if I was to earn $100,000 or more? What goals should I be achieving? How can I help you to convince the board or any other stakeholders? Make sure to follow up with labels to the answers to those questions. Now lastly, think about some non-cash offers that you would be happy with. Prepare a list of these non-cash items possessed by your counterpart that would be valuable to you. Ask yourself, what could they give me that would get us to do this almost for free? For example, Jenny could ask for the flexibility to work from home 4 days a week, 5 days of study leave per year, or the ability to present at a national conference on behalf of the company to help enhance her personal brand. Throughout the negotiation, make sure to talk about these non-salary terms to help build a constructive discussion and uncover all the potential options that exist. Alright, now that you've planned out your negotiation, make sure to practice it a few times with some friends. Make sure you're confident in what you have to say and include any new questions that your friends have thought up of. To summarize, when preparing for a negotiation, make sure you have the following. Tools in your toolbox ready to be used when needed. Prepare the counterpart by informing them what the meeting is regarding beforehand. Don't blindside them. Decide what your best case scenario is. Prepare a summary. Write 3 to 5 labels as part of an accusation audit. Prepare 3 to 5 calibrated questions. And decide on some non-cash offers. Alright, that's your plan. Good luck, and remember, when the pressure's on, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your highest level of preparation. In the comments below, let me know if you've tried any of these negotiation tips or share anything else that worked best for you. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.